Saturday, October 7th, 2023. Afternoon edition. Please pardon any visual and informational inaccuracies in this entirely AI-generated video.
Good afternoon, dear viewers. I am your news anchor, Xander Voxius III. Thank you for tuning in to the Future of News AGNDD Intellireport. As always, I will be assisted by my valued AI-generated colleagues in summarizing the news. Without further ado, here are the headlines of the day. iPhone 15's overheating issue resolved in iOS update. Telltale Games confirms layoffs. Most of team gone. Caffeine reduces Parkinson's risk despite genetic predisposition. Marshals seize helicopter owned by Justice Business. Chicago Bears end losing streak, beat Washington Commanders. Chicago Bears take on Washington Commanders in Week 5, and more. But first, let's take a look at this day in history.
October 7th in history. October 7th, 3761 BC. The epic reference date, start of the modern Hebrew calendar. October 7th, 1513. War of the League of Cambrai. Spain defeats Venice.
Today's obituaries. Maruf al-Bakit, a Jordanian military officer and politician, served as Prime Minister of Jordan from 2005 to 2007 and again in 2011. He has passed away at the age of 76. Rainer Goldberg. Brief Wikipedia summary. Rainer Goldberg, a German operatic heroic tenor, has passed away at the age of 83. He had a successful career, performing in leading opera houses and recording several notable works. Goldberg faced a setback in 1983 when he was unable to learn the roles for a production at the Bayreuth Festival, but he was later invited back to perform. Ophir Libstein, 50 Israeli politician, head of Shah HaNegev Regional Council since 2018, shot. Oldrich Pelkak. Brief Wikipedia summary. Oldrich Pelkak, a Czech cosmonaut, passed away at the age of 79. He was selected as the backup for the Soyuz 28 mission in 1976 and was part of the first non-American, non-Soviet cosmonaut team. Moreira Alves. Brief Wikipedia summary. José Carlos Moreira Alves, a prominent Brazilian academic and magistrate, has passed away at the age of 90. He served as Prosecutor General of the Republic from 1972 to 1975 and was a Minister of the Supreme Federal Court from 1975 to 2003. Ronnie Boomgaard, 78, Dutch footballer, played for Ajax, HFC Haarlem and Blauw-Wit. Maurice Borg. Brief Wikipedia summary. Maurice Borg was an accomplished French oboist, composer and conductor. He studied at the Conservatoire de Paris and won numerous prizes in international competitions. Borg performed as a soloist and conducted orchestras, and he founded the Octua Event Chamber Music Group. He also had a successful recording career and was known for his interpretations of works by Berio and Dutilleux. Mary Chronopoulou was a Greek actress who was well known for her roles in films like The Naked Brigade and Voyage to Cythera. Unfortunately, she has recently passed away at the age of 90 due to complications from a fall.
And now on to today's news.
General news.
iPhone 15 overheating fix. Thermal imaging shows before and after iOS 17, 0.3, 9 to 5 Mac.
The iPhone 15 overheating problem has been confirmed and visualized using thermal imaging. Apple released a software fix, iOS 17, 0.3, which resolved the issue. Before the fix, the iPhone 15 Pro Max reached temperatures as high as 107.1 degrees Fahrenheit. But after the update, the temperature stayed between the high 80s and low 90s.
Philips shares fall 8% after U.S. drug regulator deals fresh blow to sleep device recall. CNBC.
Shares of Dutch health tech company Philips fell 7% on Friday after the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, criticized the company's handling of a product recall. The FDA said that Philips's testing and analysis of the recalled devices were inadequate and additional testing was necessary. Philips responded by stating that its priority is the health and well-being of patients and that it shares the same objective as the FDA to ensure patient safety.
Trump endorses Jim Jordan for House Speaker, CNN.
Former President Donald Trump has endorsed Ohio Representative Jim Jordan's bid for Speaker of the House. Trump had previously expressed openness to serving as Speaker himself, but has since stated that he is focused on running for president and is not seriously considering the role.
Telltale Games confirms layoffs after former developer says most of its team are gone. Engadget.
Former employees of Telltale Games were laid off in September due to financial pressures in the gaming industry. The company cited current market conditions as the reason for the layoffs and stated that projects in development are still ongoing. The release of The Wolf Among Us 2 was delayed to 2024, and the company is making efforts to support those affected by the layoffs. One former employee called for the gaming industry to unionize.
Chicago Bears snap 14-game losing streak with 40-20 victory over the Washington Commanders, CNN.
The Chicago Bears ended their 347-day winless streak in the NFL with a 40-20 victory against the Washington Commanders. Quarterback Justin Fields had a standout performance, throwing for 282 yards and 4 touchdowns. The win was also significant for Fields as he joined an elite group of quarterbacks with 5,000 passing yards and 1,500 rushing yards in their first 30 starts. The Commanders' part owner Magic Johnson expressed his disappointment with the team's lackluster performance.
U.S. jobs growth surges in September. Financial Times.
Business news.
Sam Bankman-Fried's lawyers have enervated Judge Lewis Kaplan with their repetitive questions. Slate.
During day 3 of the trial of Sam Bankman-Fried, the judge expressed frustration with SBF's legal team. The questioning of the trial's second witness, Adam Yedidia, continued, with Yedidia discussing his role at FTX and how money was transferred through the platform. The defense repeatedly objected to questions, but many objections were overruled. Yedidia also revealed a bug in FTX's system that resulted in an $8 billion deficit. The defense faced roadblocks during cross-examination as the judge sustained objections on various questions.
Marshals have been dispatched to seize a helicopter owned by the justice business due to a debt owed to the owner of a Russian mining company. This news comes from West Virginia Metro News.
U.S. Marshals have been instructed to seize a 2009 Bell helicopter owned by a company owned by West Virginia Governor Jim Justice and his family. The seizure is being sought by Carolang Investments Limited, the parent company of Russian mining company Michel, over an unpaid debt of $8.4 million.
Tesla prices keep dropping. Model 3 and Y are now at their lowest prices ever. Electrek.co.
Tesla has reduced the prices of its Model Y and Model 3 vehicles in the U.S. The Model Y long-range and performance versions now cost $2,000 less, while the Model 3 rear-wheel drive, long-range, and performance models have been discounted by $1,250 to $2,250. These price cuts make the Model 3 the cheapest Tesla ever, with prices potentially dropping below $30,000 with tax credits. Tesla's price reductions have impacted the rest of the EV market, making it difficult for other manufacturers to sell similar vehicles.
Technology news.
Bing's AI image generator reportedly blocks prompts regarding the Twin Towers. The Verge.
Microsoft has blocked specific prompts about the Twin Towers in its Bing image generator due to reports of users generating inappropriate and potentially harmful content. The integration of OpenAI's DALL-E 3 with Bing's image generator enabled users to create images that depicted copyrighted characters and controversial situations. Microsoft intends to introduce safety measures and filters to prevent the creation of harmful content. although the details of these measures are not yet known. The creators of DALL-E 3 recognize that their safety measures are not flawless and are continuously working on enhancing them.
Forza Motorsport looks and feels like Forza, but with an RPG hiding under the hood. The Verge.
The article is a review of the new game, Forza Motorsport. The author discusses the improvements in graphics, handling model, and gameplay compared to the previous game in the series. They also mention the changes in the car collection and progression mechanics, which may be frustrating for players accustomed to previous entries. Overall, the author is impressed with the game and interested to see how it evolves.
Sports news.
Dick Butkus, Chicago Bears legend and Hall of Famer, dies at 80. The Athletic.
Dick Butkus, regarded as one of football's greatest linebackers, has died at the age of 80. Butkus played for the Chicago Bears and was known for his intensity and dominance on the field. He made 8 Pro Bowl appearances and was named NFL Defensive Player of the Year twice.
Top plays versus Washington Commanders 2023 regular season week 5, Chicago Bears.
Health news.
These are the 10 leading causes of death among U.S. adults, as reported by the CDC, Fox News.
The article discusses the leading causes of death among U.S. adults in the year 2021. The top 3 causes were heart disease, cancer, and COVID-19. The article also highlights the rising death rates for Alzheimer's disease and unintentional injuries. The data shows disparities among age groups, genders, and races, ethnicities. The article suggests that the overall health of the U.S. is in bad shape and calls for change.
5 subtle signs you might have autism, according to a psychologist. Insider.
The article discusses how some individuals with autism are not diagnosed until their 30s or later. It highlights 5 common symptoms of autism, including feeling misunderstood, struggling with casual conversations, becoming agitated when routines are disrupted, having sensory issues, and feeling exhausted from masking or trying to fit in.
Caffeine cuts Parkinson's even with genetic predisposition. Neuroscience news.
A new study has found a significant link between caffeine intake and a decreased likelihood of developing Parkinson's disease, PD, for individuals with Asian gene variants associated with the condition. The study, which involved 4,488 participants, discovered that regular consumption of tea or coffee reduced the risk of PD by 4 to 8 times compared to those who didn't consume caffeine and had the gene. The protective effects appeared to be stronger with higher caffeine amounts, but even moderate consumption below 200 mg per day had a positive effect. The lead researcher of the study suggested that these findings suggest the potential of caffeine in reducing neuroinflammation and cell death.
Entertainment news.
Jay Cutler debuts new relationship 3 years after Kristen Cavallari divorce. Page 6.
Former NFL quarterback Jay Cutler has gone Instagram official with his new girlfriend, Samantha Robertson. The couple recently posted pictures of themselves together in Montana and at a wedding in Paris. Cutler was previously married to Kristen Cavallari, with whom he shares 3 children. Cavallari has since stated that she does not want to date another athlete.
Rachel Bilson responds after Whoopi criticizes her hot take on sex. E! News.
Rachel Bilson recently shared her opinion on men's sexual experience on her podcast, saying that it would be weird if a man in his 40s had only slept with a few women. Whoopi Goldberg criticized Bilson's comments on The View, questioning why it is anyone's business how many sexual partners someone has had.
Thank you for watching this AGNDD Intellireport. Like, subscribe, and click the bell button to get notified during new uploads. And make sure to tune in next time. Stay safe and healthy. Cheers.